Bosses are what bring the biggest challenge in a game. However, sometimes we can find ourselves absolutely loving or hating these characters far more than our heroes, due to the fact that heroes in stories tend to be reactive and the villains have more agency to do what they want. With that being said, the antagonist that you like in a given story can say a lot about you as a person. And like so many videos before, I'm going to break down what it says about you if you like these characters, and maybe, just maybe, we can have a little fun along the way. Now before I get started, I need to make a couple things clear. I am not putting all 48 bosses from the game into this video. I'm going to try to stick to bosses that have an impact and main bosses. Oh, and I'm not to Kanto 9 yet, so when I finally catch up, I'll either do a short specifically for that boss, or I was told there's enough bosses it can be its own video. Also, this is Editor Mon's last video, and I'm not going in his death note because I made the video 2 fucking hours long. Go check out his channel after this video and show him some love. He's doing a solo run through Limbus as we speak. On top of that, we're bringing on a new editor this week in 𝐜𝐨𝐬𝐬. Most of you know her from her channel or my collab with her, Vader and Mons. Also, go show her some love after this video. With all that being said, let's get to the list with our first boss in My Form Empties. And no, there's no way you actually like this boss. Not only is it annoying to kill due to it having its 10 protections, it also has the worst OST to listen to in the entire game. You're only here because of that My Form Empties twerk meme, aren't you? You play Mirror Dungeons way too often, and for some reason you always choose to fight this guy instead of just doing its other choices. Moving on from My Form Empties, we have the False Apple. And how? Why do you like this boss? What kind of sick mentality do you have to like a boss that stole Yuri from us? You're a monster. Honestly, out of everyone on this list, you are also probably the one who likes horror movies and games the most. And more than likely, you have the best Halloween decorations in your whole town. But one question, seriously, why the hell are they still up in July? You can take them down already, guys. Halloween's coming up again, but come on. Moving from our first drama dump, we move into our first fist fight in Ricardo. And when he first came out, you thought, shit, this is unfair. And now you kind of enjoy the theme. You definitely became a fan of the middle afterwards. And deafeningly loud music. If you respect this character, there's a chance that you're in the dude bro scene here on YouTube and you look up to an alpha male persona. Also, we can't emphasize enough that you are obsessed with the whole middle thing. I'm looking at you, Tom. You know who I'm talking about. But fashion and style are definitely something that you think a lot about when it comes to your personal look. Well, moving on from Ricardo, we're going into a more sad choice in Don Beck, and it's the background and the vibe. Also, this is the first boss that got everyone to actually fucking read in a game that's all about visual and reading storytelling, so you're definitely a lot chiller than the rest of the people here on the list. However, as I stare into the abyss that is your soul, the abyss stares back, and there's a deep sadness to you. You present as chill, but someone in your past betrayed you in such a way that you can only see the darkness in those around you, even those you trust the most. But you shouldn't tear down the whole world around you. You just have to find that one person that you allow yourself to trust again and move on one day at a time. We in the community have your back. You can talk to some of us. Well, now that the sad flower girl is done, time to move on to Daddy Papaote. And you're definitely an overambitious sort, maybe to the detriment of yourself. You've got a good energy about you and you love to talk, but that's not all about you. You see the good in the world and the people around you so much that you actually allow it to bring you down. You literally have a messiah complex to the point where you would put yourself on an actual cross in order to protect those you care about. However, you're also a great listener. I just hope someone like Wormtongue never gets to you because they could get you to bring the entire world down. Also, there's a chance that you think this is the hottest guy in the entire game and you're just here for the vibe. From one pseudo father figure to kind of a next, we get into Bamboo Hatted Kim. You're the kind of person who is rare in these communities. You have bridled power. You know how to defend yourself and those around you. However, you also know when to not use that power. Those around you can sometimes be skittish due to the confidence you exude in situations that you are well prepared for. Or you're a big ass Korean weeb and there is no in between. A bit of a side note, you love losing clashes for all the wrong or right reasons, at least from a gameplay perspective. Moving on from the rarest of finds in the community, we go into, well, sadly, one of the easiest to find when it comes to the gacha game community in Cassetti. And you kind of love pathetically submissive men who are completely delusional and think they're on the top of the world. This was your first true taste of vampires in the game, and even though he was obviously insane, you were kind of into it. The dark themes, the open mouth going in to bite Dawn, the imagery of blood. This wasn't your favorite boss, this was your fantasy, and he just happened to be in it, so you might as well make him part of it while he's here. However, with such dark fantasies and delusions, you should probably go and get yourself seen by a therapist. Specifically, make sure you're not a sadist. Well, can you guys believe I actually just said that about that character? Well, if you don't believe it, or even if you do believe it, go ahead and leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so you can see what else I say in future videos, and further in this one. Time for us to go from the easily manipulated subs to the ultimate gaslighter in Ahab. The only person that may be a better gaslighter than her in all of fiction might be Makima? Maybe? Also, you really love actual older women. You like the fact that to this day she's convinced a huge portion of the audience that she did nothing wrong and secretly have something in your past that you try to push the blame on to other people in your life. And at least once you have yelled in frustration, "Cha mantra." Cha mantra. Cha mantra. Cha mantra. Cha mantra. For no reason other than it sounds cool in the moment. With Ahab, we had an emotional manipulator, but with Dongrang, we have the cold, calculating, intellectual manipulator. He is the Chromemer for the female audiences, or maybe the gay guys out there, and is definitely a red flag. But those of you who like him as your favorite boss are definitely the cold calculators. You see people as pieces in the grand game you were trying to win. The problem is, you made all the rules, so no one knows what game we are all playing. And speaking of Chromemer, well, that's who's next on our list. You like women who are obsessively dangerous to you. Seek help. Out of everyone on this list, you are the one who probably uses the hard R the most when talking about robots. What do you think I meant? I mean, you were probably right there, but let's not call a whole group of fans that. You are also an expert in emotional manipulation and catching people in the swell of their emotions. I can definitely see you getting a group of people to go beat somebody else up just because they inconvenienced the group of you at least once. And now there is a lot of your guys' favorites in Earl, King, Heathcliff, and every Catherine. First off, you're a bit nostalgic for the Ruina days for reasons. You love sad endings, like a lot. You wouldn't mind how the book series The Night Angel trilogy ended, and you don't think Romeo and Juliet was tragic, you think it was the peak of romance. In fact, you wish to have someone that loved you like this. Maybe you already do. And I'll say love is a wonderful thing, but you two might need to go see a counselor soon because that type of love often leads to so many issues. Well guys, it's time to move on to the final boss on this list. If I missed your boss, let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, wasn't going to do all 48 on this list, so let me know. The top ones might get a second video. But our final boss is Xiamu, and this boss is the perfect fusion of Chromemer, Dongrang, and Ahab, to the point that she is the master manipulator, and you wish to embody this. After years of learning all the skills you can, you know just how others tick, and you revel in getting them to do precisely what you want in an almost sadistic way. Seeing the downfall of your friends gets you off. Yes, your friends, not your enemies. They they must be crushed. You do all that on instinct, but bringing your friends down is for pleasure. Or, and let's get this straight, you're claymantic and you have a thing for older women and gilfs. Well guys, that's the video. I hope you had a wonderful time watching it because I had a wonderful time making it. Don't forget to give Mon some love as this is his last video. Come on over to the Discord where we have competitions and just chat with me in the Discord chat if you guys want to. You can give me some ideas over there. And don't forget guys to like the video and subscribe. But with all that being said, remember, be good to each other. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.